Just when you thought political fashion had peaked, and the world had seen every possible slogan on a cap, the Trump administration unveils its latest must-have, the "America is Back" hat, a fresh accessory for the campaign trail and backyard barbecues alike. Remember the classic red hats? They were everywhere, instantly recognizable, and became a symbol of a movement. Now there's a new slogan in town, and it's making waves, sparking conversations and turning heads wherever it appears. The phrase is bold, punchy, and leaves you wondering, where exactly did America go? Was it ever really gone, or just on a coffee break? These hats aren't just sun protection, they're a declaration that the country is back in action, ready to make some noise and take center stage. It's a marketing masterstroke, sidestepping any awkward questions about the past few years and focusing on a fresh start, like showing up late to a party and announcing, "The fun has arrived." No one's supposed to ask where you've been, just that you're here now. This isn't just about selling hats, it's about selling a comeback story, a sense of renewed energy and optimism. The message, forget the past, the future is shiny, full of promise, and waiting to be claimed. And the brand is everything. Wearing the hat is like wearing your beliefs on your sleeve, or rather, your head. In today's politics, you need more than policies. Style, spectacle, and a little bit of swagger go a long way. You need a logo, a slogan, and merch to show your allegiance, to let everyone know which team you're on. The America is Back collection is the first drop in a new season of political theater, setting the stage for what's to come. It's a sign that things are about to get louder, flashier, and more unpredictable than ever. And a lot more interesting, because in this new era, every accessory tells a story. So grab your popcorn and maybe a hat, because the show is just getting started, and you won't want to miss a moment. Welcome to the new era of presidential branding, where the message is as much about what you wear as what you say. While the new hats are flying off shelves, drawing crowds and fueling conversation at rallies, the administration faces tougher topics that can't be brushed aside with merchandise or slogans. Recently, President Trump was asked by CNN's Caitlin Collins about the Epstein files and survivors' concerns over redactions, a question that demanded a real answer. Instead of addressing the question, he pivoted with, "I don't think I've ever seen you smile," sidestepping the issue entirely. That's not just dodging, it's launching the question into orbit, making sure the real topic never lands. He implied her lack of smiling meant she wasn't telling the truth, shifting focus from the issue to the reporter herself, and subtly undermining her credibility. It's a tactic. If you don't like the question the questioner, and make the journalist the story. When Collins pressed on, Trump simply declared it was time to move on, shutting down the conversation before it could get uncomfortable. Just like that, a painful national topic was dismissed as if changing the channel. No explanation, no accountability. This is communication as combat, not conversation. Every exchange is a battle for control, not clarity. The goal isn't to inform, but to control the narrative and win the moment, no matter the cost to public understanding. Tough questions become personal attacks, and the press is painted as the enemy. The real issues get lost in the spectacle, buried beneath the noise and drama of the moment. Every press conference turns into a contest of wills, a high-stakes performance for the cameras. The public is left with a performance, not answers. Spectators to a show rather than participants in democracy. It's a strategy that keeps the spotlight on the president, not the problems that need solving. In this White House, the message is clear. The story is whatever the president says it is, and inconvenient questions are simply ignored. And if you don't like it, there's always a new hat to talk about, a new distraction to keep the real issues out of sight. Speaking of spectacle, let's talk about the president's latest vision for Washington, D.C., a giant arch across from the Lincoln Memorial. It's the kind of idea that sounds like it was dreamed up during a late-night brainstorming session, but here it is, making headlines and raising eyebrows. This isn't just any arch, it's a proposed 250-foot monument, nearly as tall as the Capitol itself. Imagine a structure so massive it would instantly become one of the city's most dominant features, forever altering the skyline. Imagine adding a gold frame to the Mona Lisa. Impressive, but maybe missing the point. The Lincoln Memorial is already a masterpiece, and some wonder if this new addition would overshadow its quiet dignity. Architectural experts are alarmed, which in their world is the equivalent of panic. They're debating not just the aesthetics, but the message such a bold move would send about our values and priorities. The Lincoln Memorial stands for unity and reflection, A massive new arch next door feels more like a bouncy castle at a funeral. It's a jarring contrast, and many worry it could disrupt the solemn atmosphere that draws millions each year. The purpose? To make a statement. One that's impossible to miss. It's about more than just architecture, it's about making history in the most visible way possible. It's about leaving a mark on the Capitol, one visible from space. The ambition is sky high, literally, and the symbolism is hard to ignore. Forget policy legacies. This is a legacy you can see from an airplane window. It's a monument designed to be noticed, even at 30,000 feet. It's less about honoring history, more about competing with it. The new arch would stand shoulder to shoulder with icons demanding attention. The thinking, why have a subtle monument when you can have a colossal one? Subtlety is out. Spectacle is in. DC's landscape is a careful balance of symbols. A 250-foot arch is a heavy metal solo in a classical symphony. It's a bold move in a city built on tradition. It'll get noticed, but whether it fits is another story. The debate is just beginning, and opinions are as tall as the proposed arch itself. This is the new approach, bigger, bolder, and impossible to ignore. The city's identity may be on the line. The debate isn't just about architecture. It's about what kind of legacy gets built in stone. Every monument tells a story, and this one could rewrite the narrative. And who gets to build it? In the end, the arch may say as much about our present as it does about our past. The arch isn't the only construction project in town. The Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts is set for a 2-year, top-to-bottom renovation, right after its last major upgrade. Why? Because the first renovation apparently wasn't enough. Following artist protests, the president purged the board, named himself chairman, and put his name on the building. Now it's the Kennedy Center presented by Trump. This isn't just a facelift, it's a power move. Shut it down, rebuild it, and reopen it under new management, his. The message to artists: fall in line or get left out. The Kennedy Center, once a beacon of artistic freedom, is now a stage for political theater. The show must go on, but the script and the director have changed. If you thought the arch and Kennedy Center were bold, wait for the White House ballroom. The president's rendering reveals a palace within a palace, gold leaf on gold leaf, and a price tag to match. The cost, originally $200 million, now ballooning to $400 million, before construction even begins. What do you get for that? Diamond chandeliers? A floor that teaches you to waltz? Who knows? It's a monument to extravagance, not public service. The White House is a public trust. But this ballroom feels like a personal legacy project. It's about building a space so opulent, no one will forget who built it. In the People's House, it's a monument to wealth and power, funded by the public. With all these grand plans, you have to wonder, where does it end? If a 250-foot arch and a $400 million ballroom are possible, what's off limits? Why stop at one dome on the Capitol? Why not two, maybe gold-plated for extra flair? It would be a symbol of American exceptionalism, or eccentricity. And the Lincoln Memorial? Why not add a small Trump statue on Lincoln's lap, symbolizing the passing of the torch? It's not desecration, it's enhancement, a new layer of history, literally. Even the Vietnam Veterans Memorial could get a Trump twist. Add his name next to every fallen soldier as a sign of personal honor. The possibilities for improvement are endless. In this vision, Washington becomes a canvas for one man's ambitions. The sky's the limit, and even that seems negotiable. The only rule, make it bigger, bolder, and unmistakably branded. Welcome to the era of limitless presidential self-expression. When you look at all these projects, the hats, the arch, the renovations, a theme emerges. As correspondent Grace Kulenschmidt notes, this isn't just about building, it's about marking territory. It's the presidential version of a dog in a new park. Leave your mark. Claim the space. A giant arch. The world's biggest fire hydrant. Your name on the Kennedy Center? This is mine. A $400 million ballroom? The most important house on the block. It's not enough to hold office. You have to reshape the landscape to prove you were here. Past presidents waited for history to honor them. This one builds his importance into the skyline now. The message: dominance, permanence, and personal legacy. Public spaces become personal monuments. I was here, I was in charge, and you'll never forget it. When you build a 250-foot arch, people remember. It's a very effective, if expensive, way to make a point. So, where does this leave us? America is back, the Capitol is under construction, and the brand is louder than ever. The vision is clear, bold, extravagant, and anything but subtle. It's a story about image, power, and legacy, where the brand matters as much as the substance. Every hat, monument, and renovation is part of the same narrative. Make sure everyone knows who's responsible. It's the politics of the permanent signature, written in steel and stone. These changes force us to ask, should our capital reflect shared history or the ambitions of its current leader? Should our cultural institutions be independent or extensions of political power? This era will be remembered for its aesthetics as much as its policies. The hats, the gold letters, the giant structures, they demand attention. For better or worse, this is the image being projected, and it's impossible to ignore.